how he's going to be covered this time versus the first time. Both of you guys picked up on the MSNBC morning power couple going down to kiss the ring with Trump. They say, we had to meet with him. I don't have any problem with people meeting with the president-elect. I mean, that's an opportunity any journalist would take.
So this is a little, switch up or whatever. I like Bill O'Reilly. Is Bill O'Reilly? He's the one who was like, he's like, F it, we'll do it live. I think it was him.
What is your take on it, Stephen A. Smith, for people who haven't seen the show?
Well, Bill, on the Stephen A. Smith show this evening, I basically called it out, and I said, wait a minute, you associated him with Nazis. You called him a racist. Did you tell him that to his face when you went to Mar-a-Lago? Did you confirm that you still feel that way? Or did you turn around and retract that statement? Sure. And did you turn around and retract that statement to his face and say, hey, that you were wrong?
I don't even think he requested an apology.
Well, again, it doesn't
Trump
have
just wants to do business.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, being an adult, if that's what you did, first of all, it shouldn't have been done in the first place, particularly by folks in that position. And secondly, if you did it, but then you asked to meet with him, it wasn't the other way around, and then you met with him. Did you acknowledge that you said those things, apologize for it, or stand in front of his face and tell him how you felt? Because I think that goes a long way towards really redirecting, to use their word, in terms of the direction that they were going in and how they needed to redirect and, look things over. But I was listening to Bill O'Reilly.
Now, this is, when I say check Stephen A. Smith, it's like, he does speak a little like a certain kind of way, but Stephen doesn't like, at that point, this is a little older, like just by a month or two. But at that point, Stephen A. Smith, I think, started getting scared about what he was seeing Trump doing, because lately he's been spurging out about DEI and all kinds of things like that. So he's not that thrilled. And I think that this is the episode where he says that.
Earlier today on the radio, and he was, I'll let him speak about that, because I thought he was giving outstanding, commentary as it pertains to MSNBC and what the future holds. And I'll leave it to you, Bill, to go from there.
Go ahead, Bill.
Well, here's what happened with Joe and Mika. They were ordered to go to Mar-a-Lago by Comcast, the parent company out of Philadelphia. They just didn't show up. Okay? And Trump said, oh, this is great. Here they come, going to kiss my you-know-what, and we'll get photo ops, which they did. But Comcast said, you two, we're going to have to try to mend some cliche fences, and you two are going to go in there, and you're going to try to tamp it down. Because Comcast knew the next day they were going to announce that MSNBC is vapor. That is a huge media story.
Why is it vapor? Just because they're spinning it off and putting them in they're spinning off a bunch of brands.
There's no spin-off.
There is. It's a spin-off company.
There's no spin-off. See, you buy the propaganda, Cuomo.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean about
I'm just
smart
saying
people?
what's being reported.
All right.
But what do you know?
Yeah, I know, but why would you believe what's being reported? You want the real story? Here it comes.
Please.
So they're uncoupling.
First of all, this is Bill O'Reilly, y'all. All right, so let's give the man some respect. I like Bill O'Reilly, I do, and because he's very assertive but not obnoxious. So I really like what he just did there. By the way, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please, if you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe, notification bell, and hit the like button too. And because I really love making these videos for you guys, and I'm grateful to every eye that lands on these videos. And I'm trying to switch it up. I'm trying to find my mojo back again on this channel. Thank you.
Their word, Comcast, MSNBC from NBC News. That means MSNBC has no resources at all. None. They're not going to be able to pay these people millions of dollars, Rachel Maddow, whatever she's making. NBC News is saying, we don't want you around. Why? Because NBC News' numbers, Lester Holt and the Today Show, are catastrophe, because half the country equates NBC News with MSNBC, and they won't watch. So NBC is desperately trying to save the mothership of information, and they have to throw MSNBC overboard. They're not putting anything into MSNBC. They want to sell it. So where's Georgie Soros now? Georgie's buying radio stations. You can get MSNBC for nothing. They'll give it to you. They don't want any more of this. Why? Because it's hateful. Not because it's so far left. The whole NBC Comcast hierarchy is far left. But it's hateful.
He's right. And they spent years doing this, and they thought they were winning because, it's not even that they were just doing that during the 4 years of Biden. Remember, when Trump said he was running for president, okay, everybody was still his friend, and he was still, getting interviews. When it looked like Trump was going to win, as far as, I think when he won the primary, and I'm really dusting my brain off to remember all of this, but that's when everything turned on him. It was like, oh, this outsider is actually going to win, or he has a chance. It's just between him and the Democrat. So then all of a sudden it became everything that Trump touches is bad. Trumpets were, hated. I know because I was so-called on the left at the time. It's so easy how propaganda can just get you. So because it was Trump, right, this big white man with blonde hair and blue eyes, right, MSNBC went full racist. And white people were bad and everything. Tiffany Cross, I'll never forget Tiffany. Tiffany Cross was the worst. And she was up there talking trash, right? So anyway, but, coming back to it, he's right. It's not that it was just far left. It was hateful. You didn't get any real information. These people told you Russia collusion was real.
They hate Trump. They hate people who vote for Trump. Everybody knows that. And you know what's next? The View. ABC News is going to have to cut ties with The View. And you saw that today or yesterday when Sonny Hostin had to read a legal statement in the middle of a segment. The lawyers get Whoopi Goldberg's ear and it said, we're bringing a statement in on a teleprompter. She reads it. So it is over for these far left networks. Done, never coming back. Dracula's stake in the heart. Who benefits?
Now, he's right about that Sonny Hostin thing, too, because, they try to keep her under some sort, slightly under control, but she pushes the boundaries. And it's tiring. It is. They don't really give you information on the channel. Everything is just Trump bad, Trump bad. Whoopi Goldberg refuses to say Trump's name. And right now they're kind of coasting because they were looking for another host. So they're kind of coasting, I've noticed. But they didn't forget. These people didn't forget. So they really got to be careful. Which is a shame that it's gotten like that, right? But they really got to be careful.
NewsNation may, but CNN, which is on the ropes too, will probably get some MSNBC viewers. Wow. There you go.
What do you think of that?
Well, I'm certainly not going to accuse him of not making sense because I think that Morning Joe going to Mar-a-Lago speaks volumes. That's number one. Number two, I just think it's important, the point that Bill O'Reilly is bringing up. For years, he had the no spin zone. For years, you've been on television. And no matter what opinions people may have had about you guys, the fact of the matter is that you never spoke about people the way that we heard people speaking about Trump going into this election. And as again, putting myself on Front Street, I didn't vote for Trump. What did I say? What I said was I think the presidency is a statesmanship position to some degree. I didn't like the way that he divides the country, and I didn't think the country needed that. What you never heard me saying was the kind of stuff that you heard on Morning Joe and beyond. And I think that because of that as Bill O'Reilly just stated, it's not the difference of opinion. It's not the different ideology. It's the hatefulness. Now I'm working at that time, so I haven't seen a lot of.
Yeah. Okay. So you got to fix it and say that you never saw it, whatever. Everybody knows that Morning Joe was very hateful to Trumpers, to Trump, so everybody knows. So, but it's true. Now the thing is, because this is supposed to be news. I mean, I know it's like morning talk type of stuff, but you know what I hate about these people is like, all right, fine. If you were driven by your hate, which is still ridiculous to me, because I don't hate Donald Trump. I actually still have love for Donald Trump. I just hate the people around him. I will say that. You would actually report on the stuff about him that is real right now, but they don't. And it's not about Trump. It's about like what's going on with these agencies and stuff. The way they do it, like they'll say, because I'm doing my own research to find out like what is being gotten rid of. What does this really mean when they do this? I need to look a few layers underneath to make sure that they're doing exactly what they said they're doing. But these people, they don't do that. They just say Trump just wants to be a dictator. Look, he's slashing this, slashing that. It's just because he wants to be a dictator. Him and Elon just want to be dictators, and that's the only reason why. And that's why nobody takes these people serious. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.